I love it when people tell me they're barely eating and not losing weight. Because this means you have the heart, you're willing to put in the effort, and I know exactly what's holding you back, but most importantly, I know how to simply fix it. Not only have I been in your shoes multiple times over the last 10 years where I put in a decent effort and I see nothing in the mirror, but I've also helped so many people just like you become versions of themselves they never even dreamed about. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 3 reasons why you're not losing weight despite doing your absolute best and how to fix it so you can lose your next 5 kilos in the next 30 days. So 4 months ago, I was in terrible shape, and in a bid to get back into things quickly, I said, I'm done with this bullshit. Let's go on an extreme diet, 1,000 calories. Not even 10 days in, I lost so much muscle, mental sanity, and I looked even worse than when I started, even though I tracked all my calories perfectly. And you need to hear this story to understand why this happened. So years ago, I was going for a nice dinner with my ex and her parents. Her parents just last minute called us and told us we need to pick them up. Now, I hadn't filled fuel in my car, and her dad was very grumpy and he was a massive hard ass, so I couldn't be late. So I looked at my fuel gauge, I slapped my car and I said, okay, I know my car. So I picked them up, and little did I know how much traffic I was gonna come across on the way to this stupid restaurant. My heart was pounding, man. I kept looking at the fuel gauge. Jesus Christ, the needle has never been that low before. I was like, fuck, man. Her parents are gonna think I'm some broke, immature wimp. But the fuel just kept dropping the absolute lowest. I couldn't take it anymore. So I switched the AC off to save fuel. And we were all dressed in shirts and dresses and we were drenched in sweat. I turned off all the music and all I could hear is a father in the back, and he kept going. It was just a disaster, man. Now, this is exactly what happens when you cut your calories too low. Think of the fuel in the car as your food. When you eat too little, you have less fuel or energy in your tank. So your body automatically starts cutting out things without you even knowing. Like how I was switching the AC and the radio off. You automatically start walking less. Maybe you were burning 300 calories from 6,000 steps. But after dieting, those steps go down and maybe you're walking less and burning 100 calories after that. Getting up from the couch suddenly feels like mission impossible. I don't want to watch this dating reality show with the remotes all the way there. Maybe in the gym, you were more intense and motivated. You used to enter it like a lion, ready to hunt and maybe burn 500 calories. But after starving yourself, you became a pooty cat and went down to 200. And every time one of my clients is being shit with me in the gym, they're not working hard, I know they're not eating well. And to confirm that suspicion, I'll later hear their stomach go. So take a look at this. The blue drink is the amount of calories you're eating, and the red drink is the amount you're burning. If you eat more, you're also going to end up burning more as well. It's like getting laid, man. If you get laid that next morning, you're on top of the world, man. You're greeting everyone. Howdy, partner. You're singing, smiling. And that's how we need you to be when you're losing weight. And the best way to achieve that is by eating around 500 calories below your maintenance calories, not 1,200. So this guide right here helps you calculate your maintenance calories. It shows you the best sources of protein. It calculates your protein target for you and also has a complete workout plan. So when you're in a calorie deficit, eat in a deficit in which you don't want to kill yourself. And just remember, it's normal to feel a little bit hungry when losing weight. But if you feel like absolute death, you're having a mood swing, you're on the road fighting with people. And if I put a naked lady here and a packet of chips, if you go to the chips first, then you have cut your calories way too low, my friend. Okay, enough laughing and joking now. It's time for the harsh truth, my friend. Now, the reason why you might not be losing weight is going to be a hard pill to swallow. But after this story, you'll finally see results from all the effort you're putting in. Now, my jiu-jitsu coach is the fucking best, man. He changed my life. He's my best friend. But he's your typical toxic alpha bullying male, and our mats are always packed when he's teaching. Now, he's a bit unorthodox. He has a nickname for everyone. He calls me Big Nose sometimes, and the others caveman, 4 eyes, chicken nuggets if you're fat, and this other girl, Bigfoot. As time passed, our team grew huge, but we were also losing a lot of the females in our team. It wasn't until this one day my coach was greeting this petite girl and he told her, "Hey, crazy skinny." And then I told the coach, no, maybe in Brazil it's okay, but here you'll get cancelled. And then over time, he realized, okay, this might be holding him back because the people here are different than how they were back home for him. And then he started acting a bit more civilized, and then the girls' team started growing again. Now, when it comes to losing fat, we often lack awareness, just like my coach. And that's what's secretly holding us back. Because studies have shown us that most people underreport how many calories they eat by 47%. That means normal people who are used to weighing their food and tracking calories, if they think they're eating 1,000 calories, they're actually eating 2,000. And on top of this, we also overestimate how much we burn by 51%. So if you think you're burning 500 calories from a workout, it's actually just maybe around 250. Now look, I hate tracking and weighing things and all this bullshit. I'd rather go catch a chicken instead. I like to do things old school, man. Just shut up and get the work done. I don't think we should even have goals. I never have goals. You need to lose 1 kg by next week. Just focus on the job. Okay, walk, do your 10,000 steps, go to the gym, sleep properly, eat your protein, and then the goal gets hit automatically. Now look, if you're actually doing it all, you're putting in good effort for 30 days and above, not one day, and you genuinely don't see results, okay, then something's terribly wrong and you need to be on top of things. Most people tell me they aren't losing weight, but they've been doing it for a few days. Just want to let you know it's very hard to reverse years of McDonald's, ice cream, pizza in just a few days, darling. Now look, I know life is life. You might be busy and you just can't be asked to weigh anything. Then what I want you to do is every single thing you eat, just log it down on your notes. And when I started doing this, I started seeing patterns. Ooh, that's the second tin of Pringles I just had this week. Maybe that's why I ended up getting a mustache now. And then every Wednesday, I'm eating McDonald's with my colleague. The problem we have is we lack awareness, and this is one way of bringing it. And then after logging it, I can maybe limit it to 1 tin of Pringles a week. And on the days I know, like Wednesday, I'm going out to eat McDonald's, maybe I'll just pack a lunch that day so I feel less inclined to eat there. I lost so much fat in 2 weeks. I didn't count a single calorie. I just focused on being less of a fat cunt than I was a week ago. Because if you just reduce the junk, you eat an ice cream less, you eat a pizza less, you eat whatever less, naturally something's gonna happen. But there were times back in the day where I did read food labels quite a bit. So if I'm eating donuts, okay, I know they're 200 calories each. I know a Snickers bar is 250, and I also know that 3 slices of pizza at my pizza place is 900 calories. But what you do need to be careful of are these bastards. These are the ones that bite you in the ass. Another lazy hack I was using was I weighed food before a couple of times in the past, and I just kept eating the same thing again and again and again because I already know, I have an idea of how much things already are there. But just to let you know, every time I serve myself some rice, it's very hard to look at it and say, okay, this is 100 grams of rice, or it's 150. It could be 150, it could be 200. It's very hard to eyeball it. Even the world's leading nutritionists, they're unable to do that. So if you're serving yourself rice, chances are you might be, slapping on so much more than what you think. So get comfortable with reading at least one food label a day. Or just ask ChatGPT, how many calories are in this? And most of the time, you're going to get shocked, man. Ask Ishi the cam girl. We just literally did this and got our parts broken. What did we just do?
We just checked how much calorie in one date. Turns out it's 70 calories.
How many days did you eat today?
In the morning only?
Throughout the day, I don't know what you did.
I don't know, like 10, 15. It was nice.
Guys, just a rule. If something tastes good, it's high calorie. That's how the world works, man. When I die, that's the first thing I'm going to do when I meet God, if I do end up meeting him.
I just want to say something. Life sucks.
Oh, wait, one sec. Come here. Yes, now, you lost a lot of weight in the past 2 weeks. What do you have to say to them about calories? as a normal human. Now, give them some advice. Did you count calories?
Yes, I did.
You weighed food.
Yes.
I don't believe this. What did you weigh? Why are you lying?
Should I say yes?
What did you do? No, what did you actually do?
I cleaned what I'm eating instead of eating junk.
What do you mean you cleaned what you're eating? You're eating chicken, you're freaking washing chicken. What did you do? How did you lose weight?
Yeah, you wash chicken before you eat it. Do you?
Did you count
This
your
guy don't even go to the kitchen.
Did you count calories? That's what I'm
yes,
asking you.
yes, I did count.
You
calories.
weighed your food. You put your chicken on the weighing scale and you saw how many grams is and you tracked your macros.
No, I checked the label. Like if it's 500 grams, I just cook it.
Okay, so she just checked the label and that's how she lost the weight.
Yes,
Okay,
I
thank you.
promise.
So there was one thing I want you to focus on. It's not cardio, it's not lifting weights or your protein. It's learning the calorie costs of the food you're eating. And if you do this, you'll end up losing weight. But if you want to be perfect, then weigh your food for just a month for educational purposes. That's the best thing you can do, but from a long-term perspective, I just don't see that as a way to live. You don't track every single penny you spend, but you have an idea of where you spend it on your rent, your groceries, your penis enlargement tablets, and then you have a rough idea of the cost of those things. Just copy the same approach with how you spend your money, you check the prices, and it'll make things 100 times easier. And when it comes to being active, just a basic step tracker, smartwatch, or even your phone, just check to see how active you are and try to beat that last week. Now, this last reason might actually bring some joy to you, because this was holding me back. It kept me stuck. It took all my energy and left me burnt out, feeling absolutely defeated. But after I fixed this, I instantly saw much faster results before. Now look, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. This YouTube channel is my life, man. This is the only thing I care about. But when I was first starting it, I was obsessing with, what's the best camera? What's the best mic? What's the best lights? What's the best whatever? You know, I did like 15, 20 courses so I can give the best information. But when in reality, I was doing every single thing except posting a fucking video and helping you guys. Now, when it comes to losing fat, we often do the exact same thing. We waste our time on the most bullshit things ever, man. Oh, let me have my tea and put a pinch of pink salt from this mountain. Let me drink apple cider or whatever the hell people do. If you look at the people who've lived the longest, the oldest people who are healthy and lean, they don't give a shit about what their heart rate was, in which zone it was, what sleep score or what the hell it is they're doing. They just stuck to the fundamentals, which is walking, eating healthy, whole, real foods, maybe lifting weights, and that's it, man. The problem is we get so lost and way too deep into all these different fads, we lose focus of what actually works. So put yourself in a deficit that's not going to hold you back from being active and lifting weights with intensity. Start reading your food labels and weigh your food for a month, and you'll finally figure out what's truly holding you back. And lastly, spend all your energy and focus on the real things that actually drive results, the fundamentals, not all this trendy bullshit. And over here, I show you exactly how powerful this is because I transformed my body in 2 weeks using the most basic, simplest of things.